We're building our dream adventure van.
And today we are building a super cheap and super lightweight,
but very insulated subfloor. You'll need a Stanley knife and a nice cup of tea.
But you've not got a tea. Go for the snap.
Boom. Tap dancing around.
Like, what are you doing to it? Problem. This is one of Ginny's little extra jobs.
And we nearly got a divorce. It's taking its toll.
I'm Matt, and this is Sky. Together with Ginny and Little Man, we are going to build the ultimate adventure van and travel the world. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe and join us on this epic new adventure? This is A Buck Life.
Right, welcome back to the van build. The seat is now fully installed, which means we can go ahead and fit our subfloor. It's just started raining, standard. You wait for a nice day in England and then it down. In this video, we are going to show you how we build a super well insulated and low cost subfloor for your van. We plan on going to quite cold places as well as hot, so it's really important for us that we have a super insulated van and floor. Essentially, we're going to batten out the floor and use some insulation board between the battens, but we're also going to slip in a few little extra bits of insulation in the low points of the floor. Height is an issue for us in this van because we've got the 4x4 version of the VW CRAFTER, which means that the floor is actually 100 mil higher. As always, we'll go through exactly what we've used. We'll put links in the description and we'll go through the cost of everything at the end of the video. For today's build, you will need the following things: a sound deadening roller, some 25mm Kingspan. If you're doing a long wheelbase, you'll need 3 8x4 sheets.
You'll need a Stanley knife.
More.
You'll need a Stanley knife.
No.
You'll need a Stanley knife.
Some sound deadening sheets.
Your tape measure.
You look so crazy. You'll need some 25mm thick roofing battens, 6mm Thermoliner Pro, a circular saw, some tubes of 522.
And a nice cup of tea.
But you've not got a tea.
I'm gonna mark a pen.
A foam gun, some 9mm hardwood ply. The first thing we are going to do is we're going to lay some strips of dodomat hex sound deadener in the low points of the floor. We don't want to cover the whole floor in sound deadener because it will simply be too heavy. Right, G-Bobs, what are you doing?
I am. Okay, so I've measured the...
Can you show us?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I've measured the width and I'm just cutting out strips. So we can do a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit down there, a little bit down there.
Annoyingly, they're all
different widths.
Yeah.
The particular groove I've measured is 3 centimeters in width. Oop.
I don't feel like you need to use marker pen, to be honest.
No, I know, but I just want to be sure.
Okay.
And I'm cutting down the line. In
my day job teaching D&T,
you would advise not to cut like this.
I would advise not to cut towards your
stomach. Oh, well, how am I meant to cut then? Because at the minute now I'm just cutting dangerously towards my finger.
So
I'm going to cut towards my stomach.
All right, you cut towards your stomach.
There we go. Okay, so I've pre-cut these. So now you can go and lay them. Now I've cut these, I'm going to whip off the sticky back bit on the back. Well, the bit that covers the sticky bit on the back. How do you do it, babe?
Just like that, whip it off, make sure, is it dry where you're doing it? Because it's obviously pissing it down in England.
It's not really. Have we got a cloth?
I've got paper towel.
Yeah, can you grab some?
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, okay. Oh.
That's not what you do.
Yeah, well, that's what I've done. All right. Where am I putting it? Here.
Yeah, nice.
There we go. And then get this little roller and you go, ooh, roll it.
Oh, are you helping, little man?
It's like, right, I'm going to smash things. Start of day 2.
Well, it's got rained off.
Well, we didn't get rained off, did we? The day ended. You were inside watching TV, and I was out here doing this.
That's not, hang on, that's not fair. I was.
You were looking after.
I was
looking after
child minding.
Child, yeah.
Start of day 2.
Okay, so we're on day 2. We've pretty much done the sound deadening of the floor. Just got to do a little bit more at the back and the arches. But today's mission is to finish off the back and then start laying the 6mm dodo mat.
Yeah.
On top of the sound deadening.
Yeah.
In the grooves. You can definitely hear a difference walking around in there. Tap dancing around.
Does it? Go on, give it a knock. Give it a tap or. Oh, you can tell the difference. Get your microphone and put it by the like. What are you doing to it? Just hold the microphone. That's definitely way less tinny. Yeah.
I want to definitely give a shout out to James at Custom VW. He's sorted us out here, given us lots of good advice and squared us away with the sound deadener hex, all the insulation, all the dodo mat stuff.
Not sponsored.
We're not sponsored.
But he did give us a good discount. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut some strips of this 6mm Dodo Mat Thermoliner Pro. Those strips are then going to go on top of the sound deadener as a little bit extra insulation. This is Ginny that wanted this. I actually wasn't too fussed about this part of the floor. However, Ginny was adamant that she wanted maximum insulation for when we go to cold climates. Pull the sticky back plastic off the back. Look at the flushness. Another little job you need to do is fill the bolt holes from your tie down points. These are the tie down points. These are the original bolts. Here's some extra little washers I've got just to make it a little bit easier. Here's some Loctite. Take some Loctite, place it at the top of the thread. One washer on, little bit of Sikaflex around the top of the hole. That then goes in there. Tighten it up. The next thing we're going to do is put down some 25mm roofing batons to create the subfloor. This will then allow us to put some insulated board between those batons. So my plan is to have roofing batons full length coming this way with 400mm gaps between them. 166. I'm going to cut myself some 400mm long pieces. I've set myself a little stop so I can just repeat cut and cut myself a load of these ready for the whole build. Let me talk you through what we have done so far. This is a bit of a brain melter of trying to work out what goes where, but we now have batons here, 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 here and here. Originally, and going into the back, I will be doing these at 400. However, because of the position of the seat and also the consideration of the plywood sheet, which is 122 centimeters long, so this distance from here to here needed to incorporate a baton, as well as I wanting batons going in front and behind the seat. I've also got 2 pieces of baton going on the front to add a bit more structural rigidity to that step area getting in and out of the van. I'm going to screw all of the ones on the front area and these batons together and then glue it all down. I'm just going to give it a quick blowout to remove any dust, a quick wipe with some alcohol, and then we are ready to glue it down. I'm going to use Sikaflex 522 to bond down the wood to the metal floor of the van. Cut myself a little notch so it comes out nice and smoothly. What do you think, B? Oh, bubbly dino. These packers here and here, I've pre-varnished them because Ginny told me to, but apparently to stop any mould on that. Let me talk you through this intricate display of bodgery. All of them glued down using these plasterboard hanging tools, and technical term for bits of wood put like that, I believe, is a sprag. There you go, glued down. Really difficult on your own. Ginny had to shoot because little man woke up. As ever with this build, it's just so difficult getting it done on your own or with me and Gin's when little man's asleep. It's like finding little nuggets of time in between work. And right, whilst this is drying, I'm going to make a start on the back of the van. Hiya! We're back. Right, I've taken away these supports and this half of the van is now glued and dry, and it feels really solid. I'm really pleased with that. Ginny's just fettling a few last little bits. I've cut all the batons for the back of the van and I've laid those out. So the next step is just to glue them all in the correct position with the right packers. What are you doing here, Virginia?
I'm writing nub right.
Nub. What have you written?
Nub right.
Nub right. Ginny's labelling them so that we know exactly. We know that they go back in the right place. Look. Labelled. Labelled. Problem. It is now pushing it down, obviously, because we are in England and that's what it likes to do. So April showers and all that. So I've got to the end and got to here, and look, you can see it's just dripping in. I can't go any further because it's going to get wet, so I'm gonna have to stop there for today. I'm gonna clamp these down and then I'll have to continue when the sun decides to come out.
Okay, next up we're going to be fitting the king span, which is 25mm.
It's actually PIR board. One little area where we've screwed up is we didn't wipe all of the little parts of glue that have squeezed out. So now if we're trying to put this insulation board in, it wouldn't sit flush, so we're just trying to go round and remove some with Ginny's special tool.
Oh, this is the smoothie.
So, lesson learned, wipe your glue. Right, this is our insulation board. I'm just going to mark this to the correct size and cut it with a Stanley knife. How big is the first one, Ginny?
Ooh, 16. It is, Matt, with my keen eye, 15.7. 15.7.
15.7. I'm not wrong. That's 15. 15.7.
Matt being a mong.
Can't use the word mong.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe
okay.
you can.
Matt being a... I don't know what he's being, really. Having a moment. Nice.
Go for the snap.
Boof.
Oh, no.
I didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it. There we go. No.
Oh no, doesn't fit.
Yeah, it does. That's in.
All right.
Okay, we have now cut and trimmed all of our pieces of foam insulation board. We are now ready to glue those in. To glue those in, we're just going to use a little bit of expanding foam, but not too much, because most of them will just push into place, but we don't want any squeaks. Yes, we are in. Check it out. All insulation now in. Next step is taping the joints with some aluminium foil tape. Come here. Oh, what's up? No. Is the fan finished yet? No, it's not, is it? Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? Right, you coming to help? Come on then. You're not helping. You're asleep. Ginny is doing stuff. Hi. Busy? No. She's lounging. Tape-wise, we are using this 75mm thick aluminium tape. We're going to tape up all the joints and round the edge to create a bit of a vapor barrier. Might add a little bit of thermal insulation properties to the floor. Do the full length.
All right.
Gonna give us a demo?
I don't know how you do this.
Well, we're all learning together, Virginia. Slightly up the wall, I reckon.
This is a safe space.
Slightly up the wall. Because we've got to go around the wall later on. That's it. And then just, yeah, just...
Is there, oh, could we use the roller things?
No, hand is good.
Right.
No, because you've got different... You've got different layers, haven't you, at different heights of stuff.
Be careful not to press too hard and tear it, which is what I've just done.
It doesn't need to look pretty, it just needs to...
Be functional.
Be functional.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm just pulling off the backing and gradually sticking it down. Pressing as I go, but it is sticking nicely. Yeah, so I'm pulling off the back and then I'm pulling it straight.
Good work.
Nice. Okay, where's the...
We're just like that.
Oh, really good.
New day, Ginny has done a blinder finishing off all of the taping of the insulated subfloor. So our next job is to get the old floor, which is here and here, and stencil it onto our new lightweight 9mm plywood sheets there. So I'm going to lay the plywood sheets down on the floor, lay the old floor on top, draw around it, and then hopefully it will fit. I do just have to cut out for the seat. Marked out and ready to cut. Ooh, I've just marked here where this plywood sheet ends, because my next one will start there. Yes! What is the likelihood that this fits first time? Right, oh, hello. I think it will fit. It's just stuck here. It'll all just...
Oh. Okay.
There you go, that's it. That will go. Attempt number 2 in. Well, babe, I'm in the middle of stuff, and you just
stop, because the problem with you is you bulldoze ahead and then things get damaged. Yay! It's in.
Had to trim that little bit off there and that little bit off there.
And we nearly got a divorce, but
no, we didn't. It was just a little stressful in the moment. And we had to trim off that bit over there that went back behind the seat, but that's okay. So, she's in. We are going to take this back out.
Now we're going to take it out again, and then we've got to get back in again.
I'm not taking it out yet.
We don't know how we got it in.
It just kind of fell in the end. Not very happy with that little bit. That was a bad measuring and cutting. But this bit lines up super nice. Right, slight problem. The sheet fits, but... Do you want to stand on it, Jins? But we went with 9mm because we wanted to be considerate to weight, but actually putting it in, we feel that it just isn't sturdy enough for a floor. Can you do some...
I'll demo the sturdiness. It
just seems to flex too much. So
definite
I think
creaking.
We are going to go and buy a couple of sheets of 12mm and use that instead, which is annoying, but we want lightweight, but at the same time, if it started to degrade after a year or so, you'd be really gutted.
Even after 5 years, you'd be gutted. It's a big job doing a van.
Yeah, true.
And it is the base of your build, isn't it, basically?
Yeah. Before I put this one back in, I know it fits. I'm just going to go straight ahead and stick on some sealer just to seal the wood. I'm going to do the back side before we put it in, and then once it's all down, I'm going to do the lot before we put the flooring over. That's just to, you know, hold off any damp or mould growing, really. This is one of Ginny's little extra jobs she wanted me to do. Once the sheets are down, I'm just adding a couple of screws to connect it to the batons. Making sure these are flush or below, because I don't want them sticking up because they might pierce the vinyl if I don't. Other little tidbits that we've learned from putting this ply down is don't pierce the foil because it pierces really easily. So be careful with the foil. You would not believe it, but the subfloor is finally in. Look at it. Proud and happy are the emotions I'm feeling right now, because it's actually been a huge job. I don't know if we've just made a proper mountain out of a molehill, but
it's taken its toll.
Is it aged you?
Yeah.
It's aged us. It's aged us. I don't know how long it's taken us because we only
flipping weeks.
Yeah, but it's because we do it in like 2 or 3 hour
stints.
And let me just show you around the van, around the back. Look at it. Don't look too closely. I'm going to show you this edge because this is very well fitted. That side's not too bad. Slight error here, so I've had to just stick a few extra bits in instead of buying a whole new sheet. But apart from that, super happy.
Checking the lats, not whatever they're called.
Few little things that we cocked up on, so if you are attempting this yourself, maybe you won't make this mistake. The first board we laid, we forgot to mark where the lines for screwing it down were, so we had to kind of lift it up slightly and fudge around trying to find it. Oh, the other thing was, do not use 9mm ply for a floor. We tried it, we bought it, we cut the first sheet and it feels way too spongy. 12mm ply, way better. And then other little bits that little positives that we've done are, round the front here, I've put in way more screws than round the back under the bed. Obviously trying to save those grams of weight, but high traffic area, more screws. We just didn't want the ply to lift. Low traffic area at the back, I just think it'll be fine. Oh, yes, massive one. If we were doing it again, I would try and find a way of having the seats bolted to metal, yet putting the floor down first, which I'm not quite sure what that would look like. From a safety perspective, our seats are bang on because they're bolted metal to metal, but it created so much pain in terms of measuring, cutting, marking, just a real nightmare. So maybe if we did another build, I would probably get a metal frame fabbed, fit it, and then maybe lift the seats off and then refit them in place, because I think that would actually, although that sounds like a lot of work, cutting all around it has been a ball ache. Ooh, before you go, nearly forgot, costs for the subfloors. So what we were aiming for with this was a cheap, lightweight and super insulated floor, and I kind of feel like we've hit all three of those markers. So the subfloor, let me just pick up my handy bit of wood with the costs written down. So subfloor didn't include the costs of the dodomat stuff, because I'll include that when we do the insulation and sound deadening video, because we only used a little bit of that for in between the ridges of the floor. But timber batons were 60 quid, floor ply was £120, but that doesn't include the fact that we spent another 70 something on 9mm ply that we didn't actually end up using. Foil tape was 20 quid, insulation boards was £75, Sikaflex, so we used 3 tubes of that, was about £10 a tube, so 30 quid. Box of screws, £4, and the sealer for sealing the plywood was £17. So all in all, total cost was £326, and I don't think that that's too bad for what a lightweight but super insulated floor. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that's good value for money? I am mega chuffed with this. Mega chuffed. Ginny's doing a little victory dance. What type of dance?
Latex gloves dance.
Oh no, we've not finished. We've got to do underneath there. We've not quite finished. Still got that little bit to do. But
yeah, it's 95%
the
there.
subfloor is, yeah, 95% there. Super happy with that. If you want to watch any other videos from our build, click here, and we'll see you in the next one.